Hey everyone, Melanie Muenchinger here, illustrator for Gina K Designs. Today I have a new project for you with my newest set from Gina K Designs, Open Book. So we're going to be making this page-turning interactive card today. Works a lot like paper piecing, but we're also going to be adding a mechanism so that you can flip these pages, and then you're expanding this open book surface from 2 pages up to either 4 or 6. So it's just going to give you a lot more room for your techniques, your colored images, and your sentiments. So it's just a really fun card to make. The products that you're going to need for today's design, I'm using the open book stamp set, and then I'm using my fabulous rose frame. This is going to work really well with the greetings that it has with it, since I'm doing them on 3 different spreads, and then it's going to fill in those pages quickly with this rose frame. I've got the large Misty here, but if you don't want to use the Misty, you'll just need a block that is big enough for that rose frame and for the open book. This is the 4x6 one that Gina K carries. I've also got a small block that I'm going to be using for my small images. I've also got a scoring tool here. This is the Score Buddy. And then I'm going to be using just a soft mat. This is a mouse pad with William at age 4. He's 10 years now. So I'm going to be using that to do my piercing on. There's a couple different ways that you can attach this. I'm going to be showing you both, but I've got just some Connect glue and some of the tape runner here for adhesive. And then I think most of you will probably have a needle and thread. The ink pads that I'm using today, I've got the Gina K Designs Jet Black Amalgam ink. I'm going to be using a couple of the cubes for my small images, but you could use the full-size pads. This is the Jellybean Green and the Wild Dandelion. The cardstock that I'm using today, instead of this separate mat, I just didn't have anything cut, but I'm going to be using a Wild Dandelion base. And then you're going to need 2 pieces for doing the book stamp. So one is going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4, and the other just large enough to put that top part of the book on. I'm going to be using a couple markers here. I've got the IG4 and IG5 for shadows. I've got the CT4 and the LG5, so just a yellow and a green marker. You're also going to want a gray pad. I've got a gray spot that I'm going to be using for this because I don't have the full-size pad yet, but this is the Gina K Soft Stone. And then just a tidy towel or something wet to clean your stamps with when you're done. So let's begin. Oh, and I think I forgot to say, a pair of scissors for doing that cutting and piecing. All right, so let's begin by getting our book stamped. So I'm going to put this right here, and we're going to start by stamping out the full book for the mat. So I'm just going to place this just right on top. I'm going to leave a little room at the bottom to add my little pen embellishment. Close this. Make sure I have the air bubbles out of that. If you have any, it's just going to pick up extra ink, so you can just pull it away like Tupperware to let the air out. So I'm going to ink this up with the jet black pad, and I like to go over that middle of the book to avoid getting ink with the corners of my pad into the middle of the page. And just close this. All over. So there is our stamped book. So that's going to be on the bottom. Now we're going to do this again, and I'm using a piece of the lighter weight. This is the base weight. I'm using the lighter weight for my page. It's just a little easier to poke through, and the page is a little bit more flexible when you're turning it. Just keep that in mind, though, if you're going to be coloring with the alcohol markers, it would go through. So if you're using alcohol very much, to plan on that it can bleed through a piece that's not like the heavy base weight that resists that Copic coloring coming through, or a Spectrum Noir marker coming through. All right, so we're stamping that again. Okay, so we're done with the book stamp now. And then I'm going to go on, and let me cut this out first just so that you can see which part needs to be stamped. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting off those extra pieces, there's extra pages rather. So you're just going to be cutting out the top page on either side. And I just love how when you flip it, because they are symmetrical, it covers up just like a book would. And it's going to look just like turning pages. So go down to the bottom there, and then you're going to cut off the stack of pages underneath to the middle. Not going to be using the spine. And then this extra piece of paper here at the bottom, this is big enough for you to stamp a pen for your little embellishment. So I made this card for a friend, Kitty. She's also a writer, and so I think she's going to love this card. Okay, so now I've got my book here. You don't want to fold it yet. Let's wait until we do our stamping onto it. I'm going to be using the rose frame, and we're going to stamp it on both sides so that you're going to have some flowers on that middle spread and then on both sides when you turn it. Okay, so I just want it covering, and I chose to use the gray. I can go back in later and do some coloring, but today I really just wanted to show you how to make the page turning element. So I'll lay this back down. It doesn't have to be perfectly centered. I just want it to look like there's flowers all over the edge. All right, so I'm going to just ink this with my spot, my cube. And the reason I chose the gray, I want to be able to stamp my greeting in black over it, but still be able to see it. So I just want some contrast. But you could use another light color for this, or you could stamp it in the middle. I just didn't really want my greeting in the middle there going over that page, the center where that line is. Okay. All right. So then we're going to go ahead and just stamp that. Put it away. So there's our flowers. And then I just want to do this again. And this is going to be on the opposite side of the page. Okay. So let me ink it one more time. And the stamped side with that black line in the middle is what we're going to attach face up so I can see where that line is to put my thread over. Okay. So for the underside of the pages, you're just going to see the flowers peeking out on one side. Okay. This is all going to make sense if it's not right now. Whoops. Let me try to get that just a little bit more pulled away. I've got a piece that's a little bit tinier here. Okay. All right. I'm going to fill that in though, so that's okay. All right. So I'm going to put this aside for just a second. All right. So right here, you'll notice this is really easy to fold because the ink, it almost kind of makes a little indentation where it wants to fold anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and use my scoring board, and I'm just going to do just a little fold there right over that line. And then I'm just going to fold it in half. Okay, so there is my folded piece. Now let's add just a little bit of color to this with some of the other images that I have in here. So I've got a little bold stamp here for filling in those flowers. So I'm going to do that on all sides. So I'm going to add this yellow. I said I wasn't going to fold this yet. I lied. So I'll just fold it back a little bit one time. Okay, and then we're going to do on the other side. And then the reason I grabbed the yellow marker, I just want to add a little bit of yellow around it, just a little bit of pollen. So I'm just going to take this and just do a couple little dots. Again, you can add more color and color in the leaves if you want. Okay. All right, and then on the back. So I wasn't really concerned about having this ink go through because I'm coloring very lightly, but also I have the same thing stamped on the other side. So you're just going to be seeing the yellow come through, if anything, in those same spots around the flowers. And if you like this rose frame stamp or you're curious about how else to use it, then I recommend that you go to my playlist. I have several videos doing different techniques with this stamp. And then I'm going to take these different sentiments that I have in here. So I want to have the you are, I've got you that goes with all of them. And so I want the middle to say, you are so loved, so that the story starts out on the first page with thinking of you. And then the inside could say praying for you. But it is her birthday, so I'm going to be ending it with birthday wishes. So you are so loved. Right here. You could put praying for you. Let me do that actually. I have praying for you. Prayers for you, rather. So I got the bombshell announcement yesterday that a friend of mine that I text with all the time but haven't seen in a few months was on her 12th round of chemo. She has cancer. I didn't know. So this ties in really well with what I had been talking about, or rather I wanted to talk about. This set is called Open Book, and obviously it's a book that's laying open for stamping. But then also the meaning behind the title, I think of myself as an open book that I share. You know, I tell my friends, you know, what I'm feeling when there are things going on, so they know. And I forget sometimes that some people really aren't wired that way, that they wait for you to ask. So I just really wish that I had asked her, how are you doing, when I have texted her about other things. But when we got in touch yesterday, she said, you know, it was fine. I really wasn't ready to share, and it's been nice to talk about things other than cancer. So if you could pray for my friend Kitty, if you're a praying person, I would really appreciate that. So now we're going to go ahead and do these middle or these back pages on the book. So on this one, I want to have the thinking of you and then the birthday wishes. So I've got thinking of you here. And then the birthday wishes over here at the bottom. So I like the birthday wishes. I like for your eye to travel from left to right on the cards. And then we'll just pop in the you. I've also got a thank you in this set and a God bless you. And I put the God bless inside the card. So you can center it underneath these, or you can right justify it. There's a lot of different ways you can stamp it according to how you want your layout. And then I'm taking these little matching roses that I have. I've got these little bold leaves, and I'm going to use the green here. So this is just a nice little embellishment that you can add anywhere. So I'm going to have them going one way and then the other way, and this is just reduced down from the larger image. So these are nice for just popping into corners. And then I'm taking the bold rose that works as a two-step and just popping that right in there. And then I've got a little tiny one, and you can do this with the green, with the gray, with the black. I think I'll do green this time. This is the smaller center, so just like we filled in the larger rose, we can do that there. And then the reason why I told you to grab a green marker is just to have, oops, it's the yellow. So we've got a green marker now, and I just like to have something to color the cover of that book. It's a very fine line, so make sure you have a bullet tip or a brush tip, or you might even want to use a pencil just to fill in that thin space. And then we're going to take our gray marker and do a shadow below this book. So I'm just going to go under there, here. And you can add a little bit to these pages too. They're going to be a little darker here where it folds, and then as it opens there, a little bit of light is going to come through, but you can kind of just pull that in. And then a little bit on the sides. It doesn't take much to make it look more dimensional. All right, so that's all the stamping that we've got. So now what we want to do here, and I said there was 2 ways to do it. If you don't want to do the sewing part, then you can just take this Connect glue and do a fine bead of glue down the edge And you don't want to, you want to make sure you let it fully dry before you start going back and forth with it. And then I would just take some foam tape to adhere it to one side so that only one side opens. But I want both sides to open. So this is where our needle and thread comes in. So I already threaded my needle. Most people have black around just because it's good to have black and white thread in addition to any other specific colors you need to do minor repairs. But the black is just going to disappear right over this black stamping if that's what you've done your stamping with. So what I want to do here is I want to take my needle and I'm going to go through. You want to place this just right lined up so that the spine is going over the spine there, that middle edge. And I want to come down just a little bit and just punch through right on the line. Okay, not going to thread it yet though. Make sure it's still lined up and then punch through both. I'm doing this about 1/4 of an inch up at the bottom. Okay, so we've got a hole in both now. So now I'm going to go to the back side, line it back up, and you can see your hole. So we're going from the back because we need to finish on the back side. So let me find that hole. Hang on. Okay, so there's the hole. So we're going to come through and make sure it's not doubled over. You'd want just one piece of the thread, not the tail. And then go back through here. Okay. All right. So that's lined up now. So then you're going to cut this through scissors. And then you're going to pull it tight and you're going to just run some of this tape runner. You don't even have to tie it, but just run it right over this edge here. And then you're just going to go down, straight down. And then pull this as tight as you can. Make sure it's lined up over the book for this edge. And just press that down. Okay, so that's just going to blend right into the book so that when you pull it over, now you've got it attached. So again, you can use the glue, but I wouldn't recommend the glue because if you're manipulating this a lot, that little edge is just going to come off over time. So there's our little book. Here is that pen. So on this one, something that I did just to add some texture to make this pen look like it was engraved or embossed, I stamped that rose over it and then just colored it in with the gray. And then you're just going to attach that to your card. And now you've got this little interactive book. So I hope you enjoy this design and you can see the potential for creating lots of page turning elements on your card. And then make sure you do a little stamping on the inside. So there's that. God bless. Thank you so much for watching today, for being patient for this video. I've got a new great set coming out from Gina K Designs that coordinates with Open Book in just a couple weeks. So make sure you get it before it sells out. It's back in stock right now. Thank you for watching. Please visit us at Gina K Designs and my blog, Hands, Head, and Heart. Again, thank you for watching today. God bless.